Hi students, welcome back to today's class. Today we are going to see the following topics, that is paragraph style formatting, paragraph formatting features, and then page formatting features, and then table creation, and some of the formatting features which are available in the table, and then last one is printing a document. So these are the major topics we will cover here today. So let us see the subtopics also inside this formatting features. Okay. So let us move on to the first one, that is paragraph style. What is meant by a paragraph? A paragraph in a document can have several sentences, a single sentence or a single word, no words at all. Okay, so like this we can describe a paragraph in any four form. Okay, that is, it can have several sentences, single sentence or single word or no words at all. So every paragraph in LibreOffice Writer document has a paragraph style. So defaultly, what will be the style of the paragraph will be means default style only, the default style of the paragraph. Okay, typed paragraph. So the paragraph style settings have a pop down window. See here, like this paragraph style settings no will have the pop down window like this. Okay, so if you click this down arrow, you can get the pop down window. So from that window you can choose the paragraph style by clicking on the pop down window and selecting the choices as shown in the figure 3.20. So here default style, text body, quotations, title, subtitle, heading, heading 2, heading 3, like that. Several paragraph styles are listed here. In that, which style suitable for you, that you can choose it and you can apply it for your selected paragraph. Okay, so that let us see in the LibreOffice Writer also. Okay, so LibreOffice Writer software also we will see to that. We will see that. So here LibreOffice Writer got opened. Okay, so you can see any paragraph if you are typing. For example, let us copy the same paragraph itself. Okay, paragraph style, this contents and all, let us copy here in this. Okay, let us change the size of the paragraph, and we can change the font also. And we can apply alignments also. So now we can do justified, that is control plus J, justified alignment. Now you can see left side and right side of the margin equally the spaces are allotted for the paragraph. Okay, so what is the default style? See, whatever I have made a text font color, font size, font size and font name, and then alignment, all these things I have changed now after copying and pasting the paragraph here. And if you look at the style, no paragraph style, only default style will be available by default. Okay, so the default style name will be appearing at the taskbar of this LibreOffice window also. Okay, see here, this is the taskbar. Here also you can see the page style. So if you click this page default style, okay, if you click this default style, you can adjust the page format and all, whether you want to view the content in the A4 sheet, or you want to take printout in A4 or letter format, or like this page formatting and all, you can change it. Margins also you can adjust here, and orientation also you can choose as landscape and portrait, like that you can adjust all those things. Okay, so by clicking on default style also, the page style dialog box will get open. So this default style is where it is located. It is located at the taskbar. Or else you can go to this format page also, you can click in order to open. Page style also you can click in order to open the same dialog box. So default style will be the, by default style will be the paragraph style. So if you want to apply some other styles here, you can choose any one of the styles here, like that the paragraph will get selected. So I have done undo only. Okay, so now let us move on to indenting paragraphs. What is meant by indenting? So giving spaces from the left margin or removing the spaces. So increase indent is used to give the spaces from the left margin, and decrease indent you used to remove the spaces which we have provided previously with the help of increase indent. Okay, so these are the two indenting options are available in the paragraph. Okay, in order to apply on the paragraphs, the entire paragraph can be indented in one step itself. Okay, place the text cursor anywhere in the paragraph, select and click on the increase indent tool. Each time when you click on the increase indent tool, the current paragraph's indent will increase. Okay, there is also decrease indent tool that removes the indent. Now increase the indent of the third paragraph in our assignment of report. Let us see how increase indent and decrease indent is working. Now I have placed the text cursor where at the beginning of this paragraph. Now I am going to use this increase indent. This is available, this icon is available where? In a formatting toolbar. This is known as standard toolbar. So this, in this formatting toolbar we have this increase indent and decrease indent option. Let us click on this increase indent. See, you can see the changes. Only one place I have placed the text cursor, but the entire paragraph, that increase indent option is applied. Okay, so I have clicked 3 times. Now if I'm going to click one time, some spaces got removed. Again another space. Again by default, how it was there in the previously, the same way we got the paragraph. Okay, so this is the use of increase indent and decrease indent. Okay. Next one is aligning the paragraph. The paragraph can be aligned as left, right, center, and justify. Now only in the initially I have told you how to apply justify alignment. To align the paragraph, place the text cursor in the title paragraph. Select the appropriate tool, that is left, right, center, or justify from the format toolbar. That is from the formatting toolbar. Okay. The selected word should now be centered in your document. If you want to apply center, whichever word you have selected, that will be made it as center. Okay. If you want to change the paragraph style, first select the paragraph by paragraph selection method. Okay, we have studied some of the selection methods, using mouse, using keyboard. Okay, so select the drop down arrow of the paragraph style. This is only drop down arrow of the paragraph style. See this one. Okay, this you need to select. Select text body from the pop down menu. Select the text body from the pop down menu and then apply it. Okay, so move the mouse point to the outside of the selected text and click the left mouse button once to deselect the text. So like this we can change the paragraph style. Okay, so move the mouse pointer over the 4 different alignment tools and read the tool tips. Okay, how the tool tip is appearing, just see, I'm going to apply alignment on this word paragraph. Okay, left alignment, then center. See, only in the paragraph middle I have kept that text cursor, but the entire paragraph, or that entire paragraph, this alignment option is applied. Then this is right alignment and this is justified alignment. Okay, see once again, left, then center alignment. I have clicked on alignment right, then alignment justified. Okay, so like this you can apply the different alignments on your selected paragraph. So here also they have given one picture. So Control plus L is used for align the paragraph left, Control plus E for center, R for right, paragraph right, and J for aligning the paragraph in a justified manner. Okay, next one is font color, highlighting, and background color. If you want to give for paragraph, there are 3 more tools, that is font color, highlighting, and background tools on the format toolbar. Okay, see in the format toolbar we have font color also, and then highlighting color also is there. This is font color, this is highlighting color, and background color also. If you want to give, you can give the background color by clicking on the format page. There's a paragraph you can click, and you can set the background styles also. Okay, so area, this color you can apply for applying to background. Okay, so for the background we have applied the color. Okay, the same manner for the text also. Okay, for the font also we can change the color like this. Okay, so like this we can change the color, and highlighting options also, if you want you can use the highlighting colors also. Okay, so like this there are 3 more different tools that are available in the writer document that we have studied now. Okay, and to change the highlight color, select the small down pointing arrow, that is this arrow, no, this like an arrow will be there, that you need to click on the right edge of the highlighting tool and change the color from the color box. Okay, next one, using bullets and numberings. You can assign the bullets or numbering to the list items in the document. So here in this given paragraph we don't have list items, so any kind of list items are there, that list items uh, can be given as bullets and numberings. Okay, so we can assign bullets and numberings for the list items, list related items. For example, student names, if you want to type in order, that want to be displayed as a numbering way or bullets way, you can use this bullets and numbering options. Okay, so you can also create a nested list by using the buttons on bullets and numbering toolbar. Okay, nested list also we can create like this. Okay, you can look at this diagram 3.25. So nested that is nested bullets and numberings also we can apply here. Okay. And next one is assigning color, border and background. To assign background color to the paragraph, first select the paragraph and go to format. This now only we have seen. Okay, select the paragraph. If you want to apply background, select the paragraph, go to format and then paragraph. In that you need to choose the area. Already area was chosen. Then choose color, gradient, bitmap, whichever you want to apply for the selected paragraph, you can select and you can apply it. So let us select this and we can apply it and you can see. Okay, so like this we can apply the background also. Okay, so format, paragraph, area, color, then select the color. If you want to deselect the, I don't want to apply that color, so again you select the entire paragraph, go to format. Okay, go to format, paragraph. Here none you give. Okay, give none and click OK. So that got deselected. Okay, so that is removed. To assign the border to the paragraph, select the paragraph and then select format, paragraph, borders. See, let us see that. I want to create border for this paragraph alone. So go to format, paragraph. Okay, choose borders. Okay, select the border here that was shown in the preview. Okay, now you can choose the styles, line style you can choose. So which line you want to have for the paragraph, that line you can select. So I have selected this kind of lines. Okay, one thin line and another one dark line inside. Okay, and color also you can choose. Okay, color I am choosing red color. So instead of red color, some other color, blue, some colors you can choose if you want to apply. Okay, purple color I have chosen. And then width also you can increase. If you want to increase, you can increase the width also. Okay, and then click OK. So that border is applied for the selected paragraph. Okay, after selecting you need to click OK. Next one is page formatting options. So setting up basic page layout using styles. So page styles define the basic layout of all the pages, like page margins, no, left margin, right margin, and then orientation of the page. All those things you can set here. Either after typing the paragraph or after typing the content or before typing the content, start typing the content, we can change this paragraph styles. Okay, page layout using styles. Okay, so page styles define the basic layout of all the pages in the document. It includes page size, that is A4 or letter or A3 or B4, like that you can choose the page size. Margins also you can adjust, that is width, height of the page, paper format, and then orientation of the paper. All those things you can set. Okay, and then header, footer also if you want to include, you can include header and footer. And borders, columns, if you want to add, you can add the columns. So the default style is assigned to the new document by default. So by default, we have seen that default style only was applied for the page or paragraph new document. It appears on the taskbar of the writer window. To change the various parameters of the page, just click the default style. See, if you want to change the various parameters of the page or paragraph what we have typed, you need to click on default style, which is available on the taskbar, in order to change the page format, like A4, legal, like that you can change the size. So legal means like this, it will be changed. See, you can apply here for the selected page. Okay, for the entire page itself, entire document itself, this will get applied. Or else you can go to format page in order to get the same dialog box. Format page, if you go means it will open the same kind of dialog box. Okay, so in two way we can open the page style dialog box. But first one is by clicking on default style, which is available on the taskbar. Second one is format and then page, format and then page style. So in this two way we can open the page styles and we can apply the different settings for the page. Okay, and next one is inserting a page break. So when we go for this page break concept, when we have multi-page documents, so here we have only single page. In this one we have only single page. If you have multi-page documents, the text flows from one page to the next page. That is, text will be spreading from one page to, like this. Here after this text, it is going to next page now. So the text is flowing from one page to next page as you add information. So when you are going to add some information here, what will happen? Automatically the text will be shifted to the next page. But in certain cases, we may require to break the current page. So for example, from here I want to move it to next page. Okay, I don't want to do it manually, so it should be done with the help of the page break option. So what I need to do is forcefully I need to move this page along with this content to the next page. Always it should be available. Even if I add some contents here, this page now will be appearing at the top of the next page only. Okay, so this content will be appearing as placed as the top of the next page only. Okay, so for that case, what we need to do, we may require to break the current page and move the next heading or next chapter to the new page in the same document. So in the same document, we can break that page and we can move it to next page. Okay, in such cases, we have to break the page forcefully and take the cursor to the next page to insert the new heading. This is called a page breaks. That is, forcefully we are breaking the page and we are taking the cursor to the next page to insert the new heading. So this process is known as page break. So here, in order to insert the page break, to break the current page and start the new page, you need to select insert page break from the menu bar or use the keyboard command. Okay, control plus enter or control plus return. So enter key, we will in old keyboards and all, it is given as return key. Okay, so we will call this return key as a enter key also. Okay, so control plus return or control plus enter key, we can use it from the keyboard, or we can go for insert page break in order to give the page break. Okay, so for example, from this line, now increase the intent of the third paragraph. So like that, one 3 lines are given. Now this 3 lines should go to the next page. So for that, what I need to do here is forcefully I want to move this page to next page. So for that, I am going for insert page break or control plus enter. So automatically it is moving to next page. So we are making that line or paragraph to move forcefully to the next page. So this process is known as what? Page break. So this is page break, and we can do some other methods also, some other things also we can do it on the page. That is, page break can also be narrowed down to the line break and column break. That means instead of giving break for the new paragraph or new pages, no, we can do we can move it for one line, single line also we can apply the break, or for a single column also we can apply the break. So it is narrowed down to the line and column also. For that, what we need to do, we need to go for insert manual break. So insert more breaks. In that manual break, you need to choose in this you can apply line break and column break also. Okay, so like this you can apply these breaks. Okay, page breaks in the LibreOffice Writer document. Next one is creating header, footer and the page numbers. So for this also you need to go for insert tab only, insert header and footer, header, or insert header and footer in order to insert the footer. So in a multi-page document, it becomes necessary to add the header and footer to the document for more readability. So when you have the header only, you will come to know what kind of information is written in the entire paragraphs, entire document. Okay, so for that purpose, we are adding the header. Okay, footer is used to indicate how many pages we have written and who is the author of that content. So all those things, if you want to add at the footer page, you can go for inserting the footer. Okay, so footer will contain some information, header will contain some heading related or title related information. Okay, even data also we can include at the header. Okay, header area. And footer to header and footer to the document for more readability. Headers appear at the top of the every page, footers appear at the bottom of the every page. Headers and footers are specified by page styles. So now I'm going to give header and footer for these 2 pages. Only 2 pages I have now. So just I'm going to insert, instead of inserting header and footer, here also we can go format. Okay, format, page style. Here you have header now. So header area, header you own it. See, in the header area, whatever heading you are giving now, even now I am giving in the second page, but in the first page also this information will get applied. Okay, so this is for page styles. Okay, we are studying now about page styles only now. So I'm giving heading as page styles. I'm making that text to be in should be in red color, some dark red one color I have given, and then I made alignment as center. So the same page styles now, if you see here, that is applied for all the pages. in the same manner, footer also we can insert. Okay, so for that format, page styles you go. Okay, choose footer. You made it footer as on and click OK, and come to footer area. You just insert the page number in the middle. Okay, so insert the page number. So instead of inserting one, if you type one, that one only will be applied in all the pages. So for that, what you need to do, insert page number you go. Okay, see here, if you go to header area, insert header and footer. Header, footer you can add, no, footer menu, header menu. In the same manner, page number also you can add. So automatically the page number got added. So if you enter number one, so the same number one only will be displayed in all the pages. But if you go for insert page number, after going to the footer area, after placing the cursor, text cursor in the footer area only, you need to go to insert page number and just click on page number, it will get inserted. So from first page, you just in the first page footer area, you just place the text cursor and then go to insert and page number. Then only from the first page onwards, the number one is going to be placed. Okay, so in this method we can insert the page numbers. Okay, therefore all the pages with the same page style will display the same header and footer. To insert the header in the document, select insert header and footer and header. To insert footer in the document, select insert header and footer, then footer. You can give the document name or chapter name in the header section and the page number in the footer section. That only we have done now. To enter the page numbers in the footer section, place the cursor, text cursor in the footer section, and then you select insert page number. So this also we have done and we have checked. Okay, so different types of softwares which are available that you know, that you should know now. Okay, application softwares and system software. Types of softwares are application and system software. Under application softwares, we are seeing LibreOffice Writer, Calc and Impress. Microsoft Office also is one of the application software, and GIMP also one of the application software, and Adobe Photoshop. So for one particular purpose, every one particular application, every software is used. Okay, and system softwares are Windows, Linux and Mac. These are all operating systems. And next one, defining borders and backgrounds. So this already we have seen. Okay, same thing we are repeating here for the page also. Paragraph also we have seen this. For pages also we can do the border and background. Assigning borders and backgrounds to the important paragraphs, frames and pages give attractive look to the document. So if you are making one particular paragraph or one content alone inside the border, so that means that it is we need to give more important to that paragraph. Yes, no. So immediately we will read what is present inside that border. Yes or no. So it will give attractive look to the document. For example, by assigning borders or backgrounds, a reader is able to differentiate the points to remember from the regular text. So if it is given, see here in this page itself, this content is given in different color. Yes, no, background color, some light gray color is applied. Inside this, we have typed, they have typed this content. Yes or no? So if it is typed like this only, you will differentiate the normal content and the tips content. Okay, some extra topics if they have given, that they can give inside the border and with some background color. So in the same way, we can differentiate the points. The user can differentiate, the user or reader is able to differentiate the points to remember from the regular text. So this is known as regular text, and this one is different from the regular text. Adding border. It is possible to apply border either to individual characters or to the selected text. So you can add border for individual character also or for the selected text also. The process is similar in each case. So the preset shows the preview of the selected border. See here, this preset shows the preview of the selected border. You can choose the second one. Okay, it will show the preview of the border. So with that, you can choose whichever line or line style or width you want to choose and color you want to choose. You can choose it and you can apply it. Okay. And next one, background color. So in order to apply background color, you need to go for area. Okay, you need to click on area under page styles, default style dialog box, and choose color or gradient or bitmap or pattern or hatch. Okay, so how these 5 tabs are working, or how the picture will be applied as a background, that we will see here now. Okay, so go to here and format page style, you just click on, and in that area you choose. Here we have around 6 tabs. So none is used to apply to clear the background images, all those things. Okay, background colors and all, if you want to remove, you can click on none. Okay, so now we are going to apply color. So color means like this color palette will appear. From that color palette, you can choose whichever color you want to have. You can choose the color. Okay, and you can apply as a background. Okay, so this you can apply. See, it was applied for the entire paragraph, entire page. Okay, next one is gradient. Gradient, if you want to apply, this also you can apply and check. Yes, it was changed, see here. Change, and then bitmap. So bitmap will be looking like this. Okay, so this like also you can apply. Yes, it was applied, as for a background. This is preview. You can see the preview also. Then pattern. Pattern means like dot, 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 or lines, or small uh, lines like that will be appearing. Okay, so this we will apply and check. See, this is applied. So like this we can have different what is that, background colors. Okay, background color patterns are available. So this you can choose and you can apply it. Okay, next one is to delete a color, gradient, bitmap, or other background, we need to select none near the top of the area page of the frame dialog. See here, none you need to click in order to remove the colors or gradient or bitmap, whatever you have applied for the entire page or paragraph. Okay. Next, we are going to insert some of the elements in the writer document. So first element is image. Okay. Second element shape. Third, special characters. So how these are going to be inserted? Let us see the procedures. Okay, the regular text in the document can be made attractive and more informative by inserting the images and the shapes, various elements only. So you can also explore more tools to be inserted in the document. So first one we will see inserting image. If you wish to include any picture or image in your document, the image file should be stored in your hard disk or a pen drive. Okay, to insert an image in your document, position the cursor where you want to insert the file, select insert image. See, for example, if I want to insert image in the image after this 3.21, no? So here I want to insert the image. So for that, what I need to do, insert image, you can click, or else you can see here image icon. Same icon will be available here in the above the formatting toolbar, that is standard toolbar will have this image icon. So this also you can click in order to open the place where we have the images. Okay, so in whatever images you want to have, you can select the image and you can open it. Okay, so this will get opened here in your writer document. Okay, so like this you can insert the image. It will go to the location where we have the files, and then the file manager will appear from where you can select the image file. Select the image file and click on open button, or just double click on the image file. The image will get inserted in the file. Next one is inserting special characters. Inserting special characters. How we can insert the special character? In the same way, we need to place the cursor where we want to have the special character. Go to insert, choose special character. Special character dialog box will open. So this like see text. See this paragraph markers if you want to have, no, see here, this is paragraph marker. To toggle formatting marker or paragraph marker, we will say this symbol we can't have in a, we are not having in the keyboard, so we cannot type this symbols and all from the keyboard. So if whatever symbols we are not able to get from the keyboard, for that only we are going for the special characters. Okay, from here you can insert this paragraph formatter, that is pilcrow sign, or else some other signs if you want to have, no, you can insert it in the place where you have the cursor, text cursor. Okay, and next one is inserting shapes. It is possible to insert various shapes in your document. The variety of shapes consists of lines, arrows, symbols, stars, callouts, and flowcharts. Let us see one by one. Lines, arrows. See, I'm going to place the cursor here down. Okay, insert shapes. Let us go. Okay, it is having one small triangle, so it is having another sublist. So in this sublist we have another sublist. Okay, so line is having different lines, different types of lines are listed here, shapes are listed here, basic shapes also, different basic shapes are also listed here, and then block arrows, and then symbol shapes. So here let us see, choose this sun. Okay, and click and drag it. Okay, now this picture is got selected now. So for this shape or for any inserted image, you can do formatting. So what kind of formatting we can do? We can change the line color. See, now this line color is fully blue only. That lines, no, the outer line and all blue color only. Now I'm going to change it with see, pink color I have changed. So instead of pink, I will show in dark red. See, it was shown in dark red color, no lines and all. So inside this dark red, I want to fill color. I want to fill yellow color. See, so sun, it's looking like sun only, you know. And hatching or gradient, if you want to give, you can give the gradient colors also. See, like this, you can give the gradient color for sunshine. Okay. So like this, and even you can rotate this image also. You can rotate like this. You can rotate. Okay. You can resize. So you can change the size of the image also by adjusting like this. Okay. And next one is dividing the document page into columns. So like this newspaper contents and all, we are seeing, no, how the newspaper contents and all divided like different columns. So that can be possible with the help of the writer document or any word processor document. For that, what we need to do, we need to go to format and column. A column dialog box will appear. Enter the number of columns in the column entry box. Give the value for spacing between the columns and click OK. So between the columns, what spacing we need to have, that also we can give, and we need to click OK. On selecting the number of columns up to 3, the formatted page will be looking like this. Okay. So where we need to go? We need to go to format page. Okay. So let us see for this pages. Okay. Go to format, columns, number of columns, you just give 2 now. Okay. Any with spacing and all you want to adjust, you can adjust 0.2 inches, 0. Like this you can get the output. Okay, like this you can get the output when you are dividing it into 2 columns. See, now I am going to give enter. So it won't come to this second column because we have applied page break. No, that page break was applied here, so that it won't move to here in the first page itself. So to the first page it will never move, because we have forcefully moved this lines to the next page, so that it won't appear in the first page. Okay, otherwise it will be appearing like this. Now formatting the shape or image. This also I have done for you. User can format the shape or image inserted in the document. For example, user can change its size. Now only I shown, no, this image sizes and all, you can change it. See, image size you can change it. This is only known as formatting shape or image. Okay, and you can change the color and add the border and change its position also. First, for that you need to select the shape or image by clicking on it, and then make use of the toolbars to perform the required changes. That we have done that. Okay, next topic is creating and managing tables. This we will see in the next video. Until then, you just revise the previous videos and be ready for the test. Thank you.